All right, outer region here, and this is the final game. We have this map is super big for Vanguard because you can Vanguard like about here. So you can see that the zombie pirate gunnery mob are just shooting up these marauder horsemen of corn, which is very efficient. And then we're starting to cap this, and we have a kind of more interesting build. We got the goon squad of Luther, a Terrorgeist, and my Dragon von Karstein Vampire Lord. And then we just got the ghouls to capture this. We move up as a relatively regular build. They got a Festus, which kind of makes sense. If you can heal the Bloodwake Berserkers and stuff, that's pretty good. And the Slaughter Guard. And there's a Skull Taker and a Cultist of Nurgle. So what I thought here is, if you kill the Cultist really early, they don't get healing, and that would be good. But yeah, that Dragon Breath and the Terrorgeist Breath didn't do as much damage as I was hoping, but it did do some damage to Cultist. It also actually kind of like unintentionally damaged the Slaughter Guard quite a bit. They lost 9 models already. Wow, I didn't know it was that much. Nice. You can see that we did capture this. We are triple capping them for already like over 100 value over here. He has Death for Spirit Leech and Doom and Darkness, because Doom and Darkness makes the Furies crumble very quickly. Because the Vampire Coast has Shade Wraith Gunners. The Discourage along with the Doom and Darkness will mean that Furies crumble pretty much immediately. And we also got a Goon Squad to kill the characters if we need to. I don't think... Oh, he does have some healing activate already. Okay. But yeah, the main thing is, their plan is get super elite units like the Slaughter Guard and the Bloodwake Berserkers. Just keep them around the Cultists of Nurgle or Festus and just heal them the entire time. But the issue with that is vampires in general have more healing anyways. Oh yeah, you can see that the Vampire of Death is coming over. There is some damage going on the Chaos Furies. Oh yeah, there we go. Doom and Darkness and the Discourage, and you can see that they're crumbling, but I think they do still land. No, they basically don't get to do much. Yeah, there we go. Doom and Darkness and Shade Wraith Discourage combo. So the Furies literally got 0 value there. Ha ha ha. And then we can see that there's some Festering Stooges. There's some Marauder Horsemen that I summoned some zombies on just to make sure that they don't get to do too much. We're leaving Festus alone for now because I think all 3 of us are like, yeah, we should probably go after, like, you know, Skull Taker. We could probably get him, so we kind of go there. I also use the Storm of the Night just to make sure that my allies, things don't get compromised too much. We're also sending some bats to, again, protect our allies a little bit as much as possible. These guys are saying it's obstructed. It's probably the Mourngulls. Whoopsie. Yeah. We're also sending our Cryptorers and stuff. Yeah, there we go. We just have to make sure to protect the Shade Wraith Gunners. We're chasing down Skull Taker, and he has a bunch of debuffs like the Power Siphon, the Hornswaggle, etc. But we still cannot kill the guy. There's even Spirit Leech going on, but we cannot kill him. So we decide, yeah, let's just do something else. You can see my just sheer amount of Fellbats and everything else to protect my guys. At this point, Festus is healing everything here, but it's mostly healing Plague Bears, which isn't a big deal. We have the White King just attacking the Festering Stooges all day. I think we have the cap with there, so it's fine. And you can see, the Shade Wraith Gunners are taking a lot of damage, but once again, Doom and Darkness doing quite good. And you can hear all the bat sounds going around. And although, yeah, so they're sending like 650 gold units over here. They die without really achieving anything, so they are losing a lot of value. That's the thing as well. And I think the cannon is aiming at the cultists right here, but it also shot the Minotaurs by accident, which is pretty good for us. More and more Furies coming in, but we have so much stuff defending. And then we decide, yeah, you know what? Festus is alone. Like, Skull Taker is here, the Minotaurs are here, Bloodwake Berserkers and the Slaughter Guard are here, so why don't we just, like, you know, bully Festus? That's what I'm doing. And while I'm doing this, the Luther is attacking Skull Taker again, and there's some cannon and Shade Wraith shots going on at the Cultists of Nurgle. So we're just basically trying to kill their win pieces, because their Festus is very important to kill, the Cultist is very important to kill, because if you don't, they'll just heal the entire thing, and the Skull Taker is also really dangerous, so we have to kill them. There's a fecundity going on Skull Taker over there. And now Festus is routing, but as you can see, classic, oh, never mind, classic Warhammer 3 jank where the attacks don't really do anything. And now my White Kings are just going to chase them down, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, we're just slowing them again. We have this cap weight for sure. Sternsmen are doing decently, etc., etc. And yeah, and now the Occultist is routed because of the Shade Wraith Gunners and the Hornswaggle just hunting them down. Have to run away because the Minotaur is going after them, but I'm like, okay, I could take him down. Yeah, the Minotaur is going after these guys, so I can just use the dragon to attack. The bats are helping to kind of stop the Furies from getting in too much, and you can see the dragon does not want to land. Like, I'm telling him to attack, and he just does not want to land. Again, classic Warhammer 3 jank. There we go. We're landing. There we go. And that side, and we have to send one Viking to chase down Festus the entire game, but that's fine. And once again, we're just not gonna attack it because when you're chasing routing units like this, they do not attack very often. There we go. I think he attacked there because they got kind of trapped up by the Marauders a little bit, and I'm deciding, okay, you know what? This is gonna take way too long. Just get him to fly again and just escort him off the map. We're also just blocking up all these guys with just our zombies. The Festus came back, but one Viking is still chasing him down. We have so much stuff over here. We're slightly losing over here, but once we get the Cultist out, and I lapsed Micro a little bit, so I'm like, oh, no, make sure he doesn't come back. And soon, because they straight up cannot get to this cannon because we have so much stuff, and Shade Wraith and so on, and we also have Blood Knights to make sure that these large things like Spawn of Nurgle and such can't really get to us. Yep. Oh yeah, so this guy went off the map, and you can see that we can't, like his name is not up there, but instead of leaving the map, he is still here. I don't think he, yeah, you can see he doesn't give the heal around him, but he is still here for some reason, and he goes like all the way up there. Anyway, yeah, we have our Blood Knights making sure that things like Fleshhounds can't get them. We have some extra Crypt Ghouls here just in case that he wants to dive up his cannons. We also have a lot of things defending these Shade Wraiths, so the Khorne and Nurgle is just way overextended, and we can just immediately reinforce these lines, and that's making it kind of hard for them to get much value. You can kind of see over here that these two already have low value, and they already lost a bunch of Furies from crumbling, so they're really behind in value overall. A little bit of lapse in Micro, as I usually am. Again, the Cultist is just coming over here. Skulltaker just refuses to die, as usual. At this point, I'm just like, yeah, you know what, just have a Crypt Ghoul and a Zombie there. We don't need to worry about it much else. Festus is also going to get routed off the map. And then we just kind of slowly but surely kill everything. As you can see, the points aren't even that big of a difference. In fact, we're still ahead, and we're slowly going to get a double cap on them anyways. They lost the Cultist. They're gonna lose Festus. Skulltaker is probably gonna die at some point, and they're just diving everything. Wow, I really forgot the Blood Knights for so long. Apparently, there we go. Ah, there we go. There's some Micro. Yeah, there we go. Kill the Spawn of Nurgle first, etc., etc. And here we go. Oh, that was a Sword of Khorne, I think. Right? Yeah. Sword of Khorne, I guess, killed the Crypt Ghouls. Doesn't do that much damage against the Crypt Horrors. Oh, I guess it hit the Sternsmen too. Okay, never mind. Anyway. Skulltaker has to kind of run away. We have our 3 flying Goon Squad just kind of bumping into each other, but that's fine. I think I was doing that because I wanted to do a Breath Attack. I think this is it. Yeah! Breath Attack! Oh yeah, look at that damage in the Slaughter Guard. And it also did a little bit of damage to the Bloodwake as well, so pretty good. The cannon is focusing on the Marauder Horsemen now, makes sense. Just want to make sure that they kind of get away. Killed the Spawn of Nurgle, and once again, lapse in Micro. But yeah, here, there's the Nurglings to attack the zombies, but that's fine. We got the Crypt Ghouls to help. Crypt Ghouls will kill zombies pretty, Nurglings pretty well. My White King has a hell of a trick to come back. And then yeah, we're still like out-capped here, but because of the giant value lead, you can see we have a lot of stuff, whereas they're kind of just trickling these things in. Exalted bloodletters, for example. And because they were like kind of in a column formation, I also think I used the scab scrape to get some good value there too. Yep. And then we just slowly but surely take this point back. Yeah, oh my god. Any pinball? Please get a pinball. This is such a good pinball thing for the cannon. Go on. Anytime now, cannon. Please pinball them. There we go. That's some good shots. And yeah, here comes the Blood Knights. I think... Yeah, I charged them in there. I believe. There we go. The Minotaurs come in, and the Blood Knights just attack them in the rear. They're also like Hornswoggle, so their melee defense is pretty much 0. And yeah. And then I send the Blood Knights to attack the Skull Taker as well a little bit. I'm trying to just like force my dragon to attack the Skull Taker, but obviously there's a bunch of Minotaurs in the way, so he just kind of like is struggling around. We also use this to make sure that the Plague Drones don't get to do too much. And you can kind of already see it's kind of over. Look at this giant blob of stuff. And Khorne and Nurgle have literally nothing right now, whereas we have these giant blobs of things. So, yeah. Is Skull Taker dead? I think he's dead. He might be down. Once again, more Furies. Okay, let me just check. He is dead. Yeah, Lord is dead. Okay. And then these get unsummoned anyways. Whoopsie. So yeah. The Furies aren't gonna do much. The Slaughter Guard are getting chased off by the Crypt Ghouls. The Terrorgeist is doing pretty good. Okay, no, the Terrorgeist didn't do great, unfortunately, actually. My Lord, I think, did pretty good. There we go. Yeah, pretty good damage. And then Luther also must have done pretty decently. Okay, actually, my Lord did the most damage. Okay, nice. And then yeah, you can see we just kind of beat them. So obviously, the plan with this build with the Nurgle and Khorne is that, hey, we got killy guys and we got sustain. We should be able to just kill them all, right? The issue with that is we have one player that can use magic, one player that straight up cannot use magic, right? In a 2v2, I feel like magic is so important. Khorne is actually a detriment just because they don't have magic. Anyway, my Lord just breath attack all over the Slaughter Guard. Did pretty good. The White Kings also did pretty good. They used a lot of Scab Scrape on either Exalted Plague Bearers or Exalted Bloodletters, so that was pretty good value, especially because they're pretty low armor as well. Crypt Ghouls did decently. Sternsmen, I think they got wrecked by some stuff. I don't know. I wasn't looking. Zombies are zombies. I didn't even summon them, I feel like. Crypt Ghouls, Blood Knights didn't do great. They were also in like decent fights. They were fighting like Chaos Spawn. They killed a lot of Flesh Hounds, I feel like. They fought like Minotaurs. They still didn't do great. The Bats, the Bats are there just to kind of like stall the Fury, so it's fine. 2 Bats can usually beat 1 Fury, so 2 Bats. Dogs, I don't think I summoned them at all. Crypt Horrors do pretty good, as long as they don't like get shot to death or anything, and they are around the corpse cart, they just refuse to die most of the time. Luther, Terrorgeist, the Deathcaster for the Doom and Darkness. There's some zombies. These guys did pretty good because they were shooting the Marauder Horsemen and a bunch of flying stuff. More zombies. Zombies. Oh, he brought the Regiment of Renowned Zombies. Okay. Bombs, I don't think he even summoned them. Shade Wraiths did pretty good. Mourngulls did decently. Cannon did 3,000 damage, essentially. That was pretty good. Yeah. Festus, he spams the Stream of Corruption to activate heals, so I guess that's how he got most of its value. He also healed a lot of the things, but he also kind of died relatively early, or like ran off relatively early, so his healing and the magic didn't really help. The Cultist, he was there for heals, obviously, but he also got routed off. Man, I thought the Plague Bears would do better, honestly, but they didn't. The Festering Stooges also didn't do great, probably because White Kings were literally on top of them the entire game, just chewing through the models every once in a while. Nurglings, never that good. Forsaken did decently. I'm pretty sure Nurgle summoned these Furies like multiple times, and none of them got even their base cost value either. Wow, these Chaos Spawn did decently. That one didn't do good. Plague Drones also didn't do good. Oh god, poor Plague Drones. They kind of suck. Skulltaker, as always, pretty much a menace. Wow. I didn't even know there was another Chaos Warrior Halberd, I'll be honest. Yeah, the Bloodwake Berserkers do real good, as usual. The Slaughter Guard, I'm pretty sure it's like 1800, so didn't do great, even with healing, because breath attacks kind of wrecked them. Yeah, so super elite infantry with many models like the Bloodwake Berserk, like the Slaughter Guard, aren't great because spells like Pit of Shades or breath attacks wreck them, whereas units like the Bloodwake Berserkers, because they only have a few models, spells like Pit of Shades will do pretty much nothing to them. So that's probably why the Bloodwake Berserkers are better than the Slaughter Guard here. The Throwing Axes of Khorne, they unfortunately got shot early, and I also summoned zombies on top of them, and they didn't really get away most of the time, so they didn't do great. Forsaken, these Exalted Bloodletters, I think they got scab scraped by me, and also maybe shot, so they didn't do great either. Furies, once again, not doing great. Wow, the Fleshhound, I guess that was the Fleshhound that my Blood Knight fought, so that I don't blame that. Minotaurs did decently. Even though they got shot by cannons, they did decently, yeah. So yeah, Vampire combo seems pretty OP. So yeah, that's it for the 2v2 tourney. Thanks for watching.